Hey y'all, I'm Paula Dean.
Okay, for this recipe we're going to need 8 potatoes of your choice, doesn't matter, whatever you like. Also 1 whole sliced onion, 1 whole sliced green pepper, and this is about 4 mortadella mushrooms. And then other things that we're going to be using is these are peppered jalapeno peppers, crushed red pepper. This is actually this right here. We're going to be sprinkling on there oregano and some garlic powder and salt and pepper to taste. Okay guys, in a pan that's, I don't know, a pan, and it can be Pyrex or whatever you choose, we are going to take some extra virgin olive oil and just lightly coat the bottom. Okay, and then after we coat the bottom, we're going to spread this around a little bit. Just want to coat it really, really well. Okay, now it's all coated, so I'm going to start sprinkling some of my spices down. All right, so we're going to start with some just regular garlic powder, and so you just kind of, hold on. Let me beat this. It's gotten, the humidity here, we've had so much rain, the torrential downpours in Texas with the flooding has made my garlic powder a solid rock. I'll be right back. Okay, now after mashing this to bits and getting it back into a usable form, you gotta love humidity. At any rate, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprinkle some of this garlic powder on the bottom. Now, you guys, I'm not going to be using any measurements in this. This is going to be kind of to your taste, okay? So we've got the garlic powder down, right? Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of pepper here. This is just, you know, regular black pepper here. Just a little bit of pepper here. Okay, now we're going to add some regular table salt, just regular old table salt. All right, you see that? It's line. Okay, now, what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna start building our layers. So I'm gonna put on a layer of taters, and then I'll show you what we do next. I have now sprinkled over a layer of thinly sliced potatoes. So now what we're gonna do on top of the potatoes is add some other ingredients, and I'll show you. As you can see, now we have added a layer of green, thinly sliced green pepper and thinly sliced onion and pulled apart so that you can see it's kind of sprinkled over top. Next step. Okay guys, now you can see that I have added the mortadella mushrooms and some jalapeno peppers, okay? And these are the pickled ones. Okay, now, after we've done that, remember the spices that I took out of the packet and put into a shaker? Let me grab those. Okay, the spices that I had put into a shaker are these ones here. It's just, you know, for salad dressing, right? You know, an Italian seasoned salad dressing, right? So I put them into a shaker, just, and you know, I'm recycling here. This is not oregano, this is those, and it's actually 2 packets. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this on top. Here, let me see about turning my hand around here. Let's see if this will work. So we're going to sprinkle some of that on top. Okay. Like that right there. Maybe just a little tad bit more. Yes. Okay, now taking a little bit of oregano leaves, you're just going to give that a sprinkling as well. Because yes, I like flavor, people. I am not a bland food person. I really like flavor. So, if that's not enough pepper for you, this is optional. You do not have to put this in, but I really like these, and it does add a little bit of heat to the potatoes because Potatoes are very starchy and they do absorb flavors pretty quickly. So that is our bottom layer, and we're just going to keep building this up. We stack again on top of this. We'll be stacking more potatoes, more onions, green pepper, jalapeno, and bordadella mushrooms, and then we sprinkle everything all over again. So I'll show you that when we're all done building. Hopefully now you guys can see that the pan is full and completely layered with all that yumminess. So now I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil, and we're going to bake it at 300 degrees, and we're going to bake it for probably about an hour so that everything gets melted in really well. But I will check it at 45 minutes just to see the tenderness and see what we're looking at. And I'll show you the finished product just as soon as I can. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to mention just before we go ahead and cover it with aluminum foil is I do give it a little drizzling of the extra virgin olive oil just over the top, just slightly. Just to your taste, guys. No measurements on this recipe at all. This is all to your taste. Okay, so hopefully you can see the olive oil drizzle over the top, and now we're going to cover it with aluminum foil and place it in the oven. Okay guys, I'm going to be sticking it on top of my pizza tray there. I use that to catch any kind of runoff or drippings that might happen. So I'm going to be placing it right on top of there. Okay, so there you can see it fully covered. Don't poke any holes in the aluminum foil. Have it completely sealed as tight as you possibly can on your pan, because you actually want the steam that's going to be created inside there to help cook that. So as you can see, it's setting in the center of the oven, and you know, it's in a midway rack from the top to the bottom, and that's exactly the placement that you want in your oven for this dish. Okay guys, it's just a little bit over an hour later, and we are now taking the, woohoo baby, there's some steam coming off of that. The lid off here. Ooh, look. Check for tenderness. Oh yeah, good and tender. All the way through to the bottom. And see, you can see the bottom's fully cooked. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry if I got you out of frame. But they're going to be nice and juicy. And what I'm going to have with this is going to be my side dish tonight with stuffed burgers. But this was the main dish that I wanted you guys to see and see how to do, because this is just so easy. You can throw this together in just a few minutes by chopping stuff up, sprinkling some seasoning, and throw it in the oven. And then when you're ready to warm up your burgers, there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. I sure appreciate you watching. I appreciate all of your subscriptions and your views, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Please, sir, I want some more.